Southern California man fatally shot his estranged wife inside an elementary school classroom attended by special needs children before killing himself on Monday. San Bernardino police chief said 2 students were injured in the murder-suicide at North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino. One of those children later died at the hospital. The shooter, Cedric Anderson, 53 of Riverside, walked into the classroom armed with large caliber revolver and opened fire without saying anything, killing Karen Elaine Smith, 53, also of Riverside. Smith was a teacher at the school. Now on to Andrew Cheveria with the people outside.
Thank you from the studio. Why do the U.S. cities that have the strictest gun control laws have the largest problems with fighting crimes?
I believe that larger cities that have restrictions happen to have more problems because they're not free to do what they want.
What the government do to prevent school shootings from happening?
What the government could do is have more securities and policemen out to secure the school grounds so that the students could be safe.
Is it possible to reduce the risk of school shootings?
I believe it is possible to reduce the risk of school shootings, but it's not a situation that you can get a hold of. So whatever happens, happens.
The guy that I was running to in the library.
You're kind of
Yeah.
guilty. So you like to write on desks?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Thank you, Andrew. Now, in other news, the women's rights movement has been a widely talked about topic in the social media sphere, and we think it's time it's brought to mainstream media. With the rise of Trump and his anti-feminist agenda, women's movements and activism seem to be gaining momentum, and this year's march had the high-profile speakers and thousands of attendees particularly fired up. Through intermittent downpours, men and women of all ages then marched with the stars and modern-day suffragettes across the bridge, many chanting, "Nonetheless, she persisted," and brandishing placards not only with the CARE and international tagline, but the brilliantly humorous phrases, "Trump first inspired at the Women's March on the day of his inauguration." Indeed, the sentiment seems to be, as expressed by Ann Lennox, that if Trump has done nothing for us with comments like his locker room banter, grab him by the... he's given the women's rights movement something to rally against. In a funny way, Donald Trump's statement has been almost helpful. It served as a catalyst. The biggest issue right now, however, is concerning the wage gap. Most of you might think that it is non-existent or that we do pay women, or if we do pay women less, then why wouldn't they hire more women in order to save money? But based on the prejudice held towards women, most companies rather have a man in charge. Now, on to Andrew on the streets with questions.
How can women help reduce the wage gap?
I can protest for what? They can protest how? Oh, I think they can. How can we protest? They cannot go to work for a couple days. Make a strike, do a strike. They can do petitions. Sometimes that doesn't work, but they can still try. I think trying is like the biggest effort.
Aren't women just choosing lower paying jobs?
No, there's women that are doctors and nurses. Okay, there's like guy nurses, right? Do they get paid like what's up? $70 $7 cents a dollar? It's dumb. Like we study just as much. We do the same thing. Why would we get paid less just for being a woman?
How can we get women to get paid as much as men do having the same jobs?
But like I said, I don't know. Like I said, petition. I don't know. Maybe like one day I think women should like not go to work for one day and see like just for them not being there how it's like. Because I feel like women, are kind of like the foundation like of the world. I mean, without women, none of us would be here. So,
In your opinion, what do men get paid more?
what do they get paid? Like what jobs?
Okay. And another question. How do you feel about women getting paid less than men?
That's stupid. It's dumb. Like, why get paid less just for gender? Like, 2017.
What could women do to reduce the wage gap?
I feel women can reduce the wage gap by companies hiring more women than men.
I agree.
Thank you, Andrew. And now in other news, the arrests surged 40% under Trump's first 100 days in office. Almost 2/3 of those arrested this year had a criminal conviction set ICE. More than half the increase in arrests was of immigrants who had committed no crime other than being in the U.S. without permission. President Trump's signature campaign pledged to build an expanded wall on the U.S.-Mexico border is in the limo after Congress denied funding for its recent budget deal. Santa Ana aims to be the first city to consider a legal defense fund for immigration detainees facing deportation.
How many illegal arrests has there been with Donald Trump as president?
It's in the, what? Is it in like the 10,000s or something? Yeah.
Why don't immigrants come here to the United States legally?
Because it's difficult for them to come legally.
Are illegal immigrants taking American jobs?
They're getting jobs here in the United States so they're able to provide for their family.
Do illegal immigrants pay taxes? How much do they pay in taxes?
I think they do. I think they do. And I have no clue.